So, you want to learn how to do a handstand. Well, that's a really good goal, because not only are handstands really fun, but doing them also comes with a lot of good health benefits. So you want to learn how to do a handstand, but you don't know where to start, or you started learning how to do a handstand, but you want to progress faster, or you want your handstand to be even more stable. Well, in this video, my first video on learning the handstand, level 1, we're actually not going to be on our hands at all. Before learning hand positioning, before doing handstand exercises on the wall, we actually need to learn one thing, and that's called the hollow body hold. The hollow body hold is really important when it comes to having a good handstand and amongst learning many other advanced bodyweight skills. The hollow body hold is very important because it teaches you to keep your back muscles activated and your core muscles activated, and your body will act as one stable unit. Your glutes are activated, your legs, your core, and your upper back are all activated and stabilized. Hollow body position is composed of two parts. Protracted shoulders, which is where your shoulders come out away from your spine. This is retracting your shoulders. You try to pinch your shoulder blades together, it's going to be retraction. Protraction is the opposite. So you fully protracted. And the second part is a posterior pelvic tilt. That's where your pelvic bone is tilted backwards. This is an anterior pelvic tilt. Like you may see some cheerleaders or girls walking around like this. That's really bad posture. Posterior pelvic tilt is the opposite. We're squeezing our glutes, squeezing our butt together. We're creating a flat lower back. So our core is engaged and our glutes are engaged, and that's a posterior pelvic tilt. So combining those two, we can do the hollow body hold. So check it out. The ice cream truck? Hold on guys, I'll be right back. So we're going to start off learning a hollow body on the ground. And now that you know what shoulder protraction is, and you know what a posterior pelvic tilt is, we can implement that. So, an early progression and a really good way of learning a hollow body is to start off with your knees tucked. Tuck your knees and then lay down on your back. When you lay down on your back, you naturally have a little arch on our lower back, and there should be a little gap between your back and the floor. We want to eliminate that gap. We want to have our lower back have contact with the floor. So, tucking our knees, laying down. So you probably have a little gap. You could probably stick your hand on your back. We want to get rid of that and make our lower back flat on the ground. To make your lower back flat on the ground, imagine drawing your belly button in towards your back, just in deep, and squeezing your glutes and your pelvic bone. Imagine like you're creating like a flat lower back, like a flat butt syndrome, like opposite of sticking your butt out. Draw it inward. Try to eliminate that gap from this position. Once you eliminate that gap from this position, protract your shoulders. This is where shoulder protraction comes into play. Remember? Protraction, protraction, retraction, protraction. So our shoulders are actually going to be off the ground. So our knees are tucked. We've eliminated this gap, and our shoulders are protracted and off the ground. Now we're going to practice taking our feet off the ground and extending our legs about right here. If you lose that connection between your lower back and the ground, then bring your legs closer and reconnect it. Just make sure your lower back is flat on the ground the entire time. When your shoulder blades are retracted, your shoulder blades are protracted, and off the ground. Extend your legs, and then practice progressing from that point, lowering your legs so you can get them about 6 inches off the ground. So, you got your shoulder blades protracted, the legs are lifted off the ground. You're going to progress so you can lower them about 6 inches off the ground. Your shoulder blades are also off the ground. And we're going to practice raising our hands up and over our head. If I weren't holding that posterior pelvic tilt during my knee raises and my leg raises, I wouldn't have as much stability. Check it out. Kind of swinging, but when I add that posterior pelvic tilt, the swing stops. Posterior pelvic tilt. And I feel like I have to work harder. I feel like I'm working those muscles harder because the entire time I'm doing all these exercises, I'm adding in an isometric core hold the entire time. Whenever I do my hanging knee raises, if I don't have that posterior pelvic tilt engaged, then I tend to swing more. But when I add that posterior pelvic tilt, that part of the hollow body hold, then I feel a lot more stabilized. And I also feel like I'm working my core a lot more. Because while I'm doing all these exercises, if you could find a way to incorporate that posterior pelvic tilt and or the hold of the protracted shoulders, then as a bonus, because you're getting two exercises in one, such as the mountain climbers. When I was doing the mountain climbers with the shoulder blades protracted, I'm getting that protracted isometric hold while I'm working my core. And the same thing when I'm doing a hanging knee raise or a knee raise on the parallel bars. When I start off holding that posterior pelvic tilt, it's essentially like holding a low L-sit. And so I'm getting an isometric core hold the entire time while I'm doing my reps, my knee raises. So it's a bonus. It's a win-win. And this is going to help you with your handstand. That's why this is the first step of doing a handstand, is learning the hollow body hold. It's going to teach you how to engage your core muscles, how to keep your body tight as one single unit. All of your muscles are engaged, from your upper back muscles down to your glutes and your legs and your pointed toes. And this is going to help you get that straight alignment and build a strong core. So practice the hollow body hold, incorporate the protracted shoulders, protraction, and the posterior pelvic tilt. Flat lower back. Incorporate this in many exercises as you can, and just practice holding the hollow body hold on the floor for as long as you can, and then you'll be ready to progress.